Time for my favorite brand of story, which is gullible-ass Republican politicians. So this is in CNN. Minnesota GOP nominee for governor claimed kids are using litter boxes in schools. It's an internet hoax. So to sum this up for you guys, the argument goes like this, and this was spreading like wildfire on Facebook and stuff. You know, these kids are so crazy these days because they like want to identify as all these different things. You got boys who want to be girls, girls who want to be boys. Some people want to be neither. Some people want to be a attack helicopter, bro. And other people want to be furries. They identify as like animals and stuff, bro. Isn't that wacky, bro? Totally, bro. So anyway, this is so widespread that now some school districts have litter boxes in the classroom so that the ones who identify as animals can use the litter box in the middle of class, bro. I need you to stop and think of something for me here. Stop and think about this. How primed do you have to be? How brainwashed do you already have to be? How extreme is the confirmation bias for somebody to read that and go, that's true? To even think for a second, that's true. Think about how far down that rabbit hole you've gone. And how far your politics and your understanding of the world has drifted from empirical, objective reality to just like right-wing, bubble, fantasy politics. This is when you're on a steady diet of like, wokeness bad, bro, 24/7 for like 6 months. This is what happens. You start to, can you believe they got fucking litter boxes in classes, bro? You believe that, bro? And for the love of God, it just takes like one normie in their life to put their hand on their shoulder and say, hey, dog, you're kind of a fucking idiot. What the fuck are you talking about? And this motherfucker's running for office. And he's repeating it. The last time we talked about this, it was another state-level politician who repeated it on the floor of their state senate or whatever the fuck it was. And he said it like, there's a problem. You believe we got litter boxes in the classes? What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? Okay, so let's read some of this here. The Republican candidate for governor of Minnesota repeated last week a bizarre hoax claim, which has been debunked, that children are being told they can identify as anthropomorphic cats and are being allowed to use litter boxes to urinate in schools. Scott Jensen, the Republican candidate and a former state lawmaker, made the comments while speaking to supporters, according to a video of the event posted on Facebook. Quote, but what about education, Jensen said. What are we going to do? What are we doing to our kids? Why are we telling kids, elementary kids, that they get to choose their gender this week? Why do we have litter boxes in some of the school districts so kids can pee in them? Because they identify as a furry. We've lost our minds. We've lost our minds. Oh, we've definitely lost our minds. But you're the one who's lost your mind, son. And the other thing is, look, if he's gullible enough and naive enough to fall for something like this, what won't he fall for? Like, you could get this guy to believe anything if you just put it in his social circle, in his group on Facebook or whatever the fuck. You want this guy making high-level decisions about infrastructure and taxes? Like, insanity. Insanity. Furries are a subculture that sometimes involves people dressing up as anthropomorphic animal characters and attending conventions. The unfounded internet rumor has been repeatedly denied by various school officials who have had to continuously dispute the false claims. Republican officials across the country have continued to cite it, most recently in Colorado by the Republican nominee for governor. The claim reportedly originated from a community member at a local school board meeting last year and has since spread across the internet. They have been repeatedly shot down by fact-checkers from major news outlets as false. The bizarre conspiracy has spread so much that it even has its own dedicated Wikipedia page. Jensen did not respond to CNN's request for comment. This reminds me of Mastriano saying that there's pole dancing in elementary schools. Jensen is running against the current Democratic governor, Tim Walz, who is seeking a second full term in office. So I actually have the video here for you. Let's take a look at this.
On education, what are we doing to our kids? Why are we telling elementary kids that they get to choose their gender this week? Why do we have litter boxes in some of the school districts so kids can pee in them because they identify as a furry? We've lost our minds. We've lost our minds. On education.
The thing that always amazes me It's okay to be wrong. People are wrong all the time about all sorts of stuff. I'm wrong all the time about all sorts of stuff. I think the thing that gets me is the total lack of humility and the extreme arrogance. Why is this thing happening? That's not even fucking happening, bro. Can you believe this? This is crazy. We've lost our minds. There's not even a hint of like, am I sure that this is right? Like, I only saw this on a Facebook page that's sketchy. Like, nope. All right. There you have it. This is what's going on with the far right. This is where their mind is. Their mind is not in healthcare. Their mind is not in taxes. Their mind is not in foreign policy. Their mind is not in unionization. Their mind is not in the potential of World War III with Russia and Ukraine. Their mind is not on climate change. Their mind is on elementary kids dressing as furries and pissing in a litter box. That's what they're thinking about. Says something about their degree of seriousness. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.